How does high intensity interval training increase your heart rate? Increases the time it takes for you to reach VT1. I'll say that question again. How does high intensity interval training increases the time it takes for you to reach your heart rate at VT1, for you to reach VT1? How does it do that? That's the question that we are going to discuss today in this video. So this question was asked by one of my YouTube subscribers. He asked me on Instagram. So I felt that I should make a video on this because I feel that a lot of you guys have this confusion, like how does cardiorespiratory training, like how does doing a lot of cardio, especially high intensity interval training, how does this affect your VT1, your heart rate at VT1, or how does it increase the time it takes for you to reach your heart rate at VT1? So I'm going to explain this by telling you a very simple example or maybe a very simple story. Okay, so just listen carefully. Let's say Jack is a beginner. Jack is a guy who is a complete beginner. Okay, and I ask him to climb 18 stairs. I'm asking Jack to climb 18 stairs. So what Jack does is Jack climbs all the 18 stairs. So at the end of, once he reaches those 18 stairs, once he covers those 18 stairs, he is barely able to talk. He's not able to talk comfortably, basically, which means he has reached VT1. He has reached his first ventilatory threshold. So far, have you understood what I just said? Jack is climbing 18 stairs. After climbing 18 stairs, he is not able to speak comfortably, which means he has reached his heart rate at VT1. So at this point, Jack measures his heart rate and he finds out that his heart rate is 100. Okay, his heart rate is 100 and that is his heart rate at VT1. That we know because he is not able to speak comfortably. Done. Now Jack comes to me and he says that I want to increase my stamina. I just climbed 18 stairs and I am out of breath. I feel that my fitness is very below average. I want to improve my fitness. Now me as a personal trainer, what I do is I put Jack into a lot of exercises. I give him a lot of exercises. I make him do a lot of, I probably start with some steady state cardio, do that for a couple of weeks, then I progress him to some moderate intensity interval training. I do that and finally I make him do a lot of high intensity interval training. So I did this for 3 months. Let's say I trained Jack for 3 months. 3 months I gave him all these exercises, a lot of high intensity interval trainings and all of those things. He's done. Now me and Jack, we go back to that same place, and this time once again I asked Jack to climb those 18 stairs and tell me how he feels. Now because Jack has been training for the past 3 months, he's been doing so many high intensity interval training and stuff like that. Now when Jack climbs those 18 stairs, he's not feeling anything. He's like, this is nothing, right? Piece of cake. That's how he feels. Now he checks his heart rate. Once he reaches those 18 stairs, he checks his heart rate. His heart rate is probably 90, right? It's below 100 because the last time we checked, his heart rate at VT1 was 100, right? And now his heart rate is maybe 90 and he's not feeling anything. He doesn't feel like he even climbed any stairs, right? That's how he feels. So now you tell me what just happened with Jack. Now obviously his stamina has increased, that's pretty obvious, and we know the cardiorespiratory adaptations that happen in our body, right? Your ejection fraction, everything increases. The muscle of your heart, it becomes more strong, right? So your body has adapted as a result of doing a lot of cardio, right? Your fitness level, your stamina level has increased. So what happened is, after these 3 months of training, when he's climbing those 18 stairs, he doesn't feel anything. His body, he's not putting a lot of effort to do that. Basically, that effort is nothing for him. The kind of effort that he put in those 3 months, after that when he's climbing those 18 stairs, it feels effortless. So because of that, his heart is not working that hard to get him there, to get him from point A to point B, which in this case is to climb those 18 stairs. So it's not working hard at all. That's the reason. What happened just now? Think about it. What happened? Of course, stamina increased. Other than that, what happened? The time it takes for Jack to reach VT1 or to reach the heart rate at VT1 just increased, right? The time it takes for him to reach VT1 increased. Now he probably has to climb those 18 stairs 2 times in order to reach that VT1. In order to reach 100 beats per minute, he probably has to either climb 36 stairs or he has to go up and down, right? He has to climb those 18 stairs and again come back. Then maybe he will reach VT1. Then maybe his heart rate will be 100 and he'll not be able to speak comfortably. Getting it? So what just happened? The time it takes for Jack to reach VT1 increased because he was into high intensity interval training. He did a lot of cardiorespiratory exercises. Getting it? So now his new heart rate at VT1 could be different. It could be even, maybe 120. Maybe at 100 also he'll not reach his VT1. Maybe 120 will be his new heart rate at VT1, which means it's taking more time for him to reach 120, right? After climbing 18 stairs, he's just at 90. So he has to again come back, then maybe it will reach 100. Then maybe again when he climbs those 18 stairs, like 2 to 3 times, that's when he's reaching 120 beats per minute, which is his new heart rate at VT1. So this is what high intensity interval training and cardiorespiratory exercises in general do to your body, do to your heart rate. This is how your stamina and your fitness level is increasing in the most technical way I'm explaining. In layman's term, you can just say that his stamina increased, or his endurance is increased, or his muscle capacity and all that increased. And all these things are true. But in a technical way, if you have to explain this is how you would explain it as a certified trainer or as a professional who knows about exercise science and all these things. Getting it? So next time you have this kind of confusion, think about this example. Or if somebody asks you about this, like how is this training gonna help me improve my fitness, you can also show these heart rates, right? You can measure your client's heart rate, check it, and then 3 months later check it again, and then explain it to your client. Look, this was your heart rate when you first started out, and now it is taking more time for you to reach that same heart rate, or your heart rate VT1 has just increased from 100 to 120, which means it's a good thing, which means your stamina has increased. And when your client sees that numbers, right, he can clearly see a proof that how much he has improved, how much his stamina level has increased, which is even better, right? Now he'll be more motivated to stick to you and stick to the exercise program that you have designed. So that was all about heart rate at VT1. How does it increase? How does high intensity interval training increase the time it takes for you to reach VT1, or it increases your heart rate at VT1, which in this case it went from 100 to 120. Alright, if you guys understood what I just explained, let me know in the comments below. And if you didn't understand, you have more queries, you can always feel free to message me privately on Instagram and I'll clarify your doubts there, or you can comment below, of course. And you can find me on Instagram at athlete.sanju, SANJU. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.